best, even though I'm so stressed out. Everything just feels like a test that I fail, so depressed when I can't seem to get out. But something deep inside won't let me quit. I swear that I'm inspired by all this shit. Tell me that I can't and I won't, that's what guides me the most. Your lies, I'll do what I want. I'm inspired by thirst, I'm inspired by worth. I desire your worst, so you can just hide while
Well, good morning, everybody. Hopefully my mic's working. I didn't think to check that. I know I can hear stuff, but I don't know if you can hear me. So yeah, I should probably start doing that. Yeah, who knew? Loachi McLoachface. He's a morning person. Yeah, more of a morning person than I am, and he's ready to eat. So let's, you know what? We're gonna do some bloodworms this morning. You're like, heck yeah, we'll eat that. Oops. Well, there went one. I have to find that now. Let's just drop that into the tank instead of onto the floor. Okay, luckily I know where that went, so yay. Hey, it's a Darth Hideous. Good to see ya. I'm still alive. Yeah, it is morning. Well, let me get these guys another, bloodworm cube because one is not enough for these insatiable little gluttons. They're like, yeah, no, we'd like two, please. Thank you. Thank you very much. Just smack a fish with a bloodworm. Whee! I got some of the duckweed out of here. But yeah, I did water changes. I got that far yesterday. There's about to be a lot of uh, carnage going on because they have determined there are bloodworms in the tank now. They're like, wee! Breakfast is served. Mr. Loachi will be down here in a minute to suck them up like spaghetti. If any of them actually fall to the bottom of the tank. I'm surprised he hasn't swam up there to get them. Usually he's like fighting them for them. Oh, he figured it out. Here he comes. He's like, heck yeah, I know what those are. I want some of that. Oh. I woke up this morning and it was cold, and I was like, what the heck is going on here? Thought it was spring. Yesterday was so nice. Holy sheesh, you're in Florida? You went to Florida? Like, I'm like real close to the Everglades. Yeah, water changes, but not room changes. I didn't get that far, but we're working on it. Mhm. One of the kiddos got called into work yesterday, so it kind of put a damper on the plans we had made to for me to have them do the heavy lifting. Don't let a gator eat you. Stay away from the gators. If you catch one though, just ship it to me. Hmm? Oh, trying to wake up this morning. It's been a rough one. Oh, But Florida has all the cool stuff. I just got a frost advisory notification. Good morning, Liam. This morning I was leaving the bedroom and Danger Dan was like, "What? No airtime for me?" And I was like, "Well, I'll put the camera on you tomorrow, dude." I was like, "I have to try to set y'all second tank up still. We're getting there." I actually have fish. These little guys right here, these guys, they came from Florida. I mean, they're not native to Florida. You should chain the gator to the fire hydrant. My sister actually, I have three sisters, and one of them lives in Kissimmee, Florida, right by Disney. Um, and there's a lake behind her house, and they have gators. Yes, they have gators, and I have not been yet allowed to go visit because I will try to play with the gators. Not allowed to go there. Yeah, we need to do a check in on Danger Dan. He's getting so big. It might actually be Danger Daniela, but should start to fill out a little there. But getting big. I'm still waiting for Dan to be able to join the other Danios. Getting real close. I think like another half an inch, and Danger Dan will be able to outswim the angelfish. But I was also thinking, if I'm gonna move the Corys, I could probably put the Danios in with the Corys. So that's what I might be doing. That's gonna happen as soon as I get that 20 done. That's the goal today. I got the water changes done. I got one of the things on my list done yesterday. Today it's get that canister filter on the 20-gallon and get the new plants over there. And I have to get my Madagascar lace in its pot today. That guy, yeah. Um, Mr. Loach has been batting him around, so he's not going to be able to take root if I just leave him in here. So yeah, that plant's gotta go in either a pot and back in here, or I'm gonna have to just decide to put it in another tank. But I really want it to go in this tank. So, and I've got to get my pogo stamen in a pot too, so it'll have a chance to kind of root. I kind of have an idea of how to keep him from digging it up in a pot. And I want to try that out, see if it'll work. Because I have some of that plastic uh the embroidery. Uh yeah, plastic canvas. That's what it is. Cutting it into the shape of the pot top and putting it there, but like cutting out a section for the plant, like just a small enough one, so you can't actually dig it up. And then once it's had enough time to root, pop it out. Might work. Gonna try it. Don't know how it'll work. Don't know if it will work, but we're gonna try. Um, you know, I have considered some carp, but I believe carp has to be in kind of a carp only kind of situation because of the ammonia. Because I do believe goldfish are related to carp, I think, if I'm remembering correctly. And there is the one channel on TikTok. He's on YouTube too. Luke Scoldies. He sells them now. I have thought about buying a couple of his little goldfish, the babies, but they get big. They get so big. Yeah, and that is the good thing. Like, I don't have to keep them. Well, I could probably, they'd probably be okay in like an aquarium with no heater. Now, now, if I could ever have a couple of ponds, and I say a couple because one day I will have some land and I will have a couple of ponds. I don't know when, but it's in the future. I would like to have a koi pond and then a not koi pond. But of course, that is, ponds. You can mimic a tank or a pond to imitate a deep river with flow from a filter. I have seen it done. This week's fish tank review, there was catfish do good in deep rivers, ponds, lakes. They'll do good anywhere, and plecos do even better. So, well, as long as you don't take them all, you know, at that point, maybe just get a lake. There is a piece of property close to my house. I'll get a video of it. Um, and I've thought about if it goes up for sale, trying to get it because it's quite large, but it's got a small pond on it. It's not quite a lake, but it's not like a typical like, oh, I built a pond. Like they can put a boat on it. It's that big. But it's not quite a lake because it's not quite lake size. It's between a baby lake and a really big pond. So I was like, well, if I got that, then I could stock that with whatever, and then like get some koi or something, and put plants around it, like spruce it up over there, and then make a much smaller pond closer to the house part, and then build a whole nother house for just tanks. That's what I do in my mind. That's what I would do. What will actually happen? Who knows? I just want a place with either a basement or a garage that I can confiscate as my own little fish room. That's really what I want. I'll start with that. I'll take that first. Something where I can have like 150 gallon tank, You can launch a boat in a pool, but is it feasible to launch a boat in a pool? I bet you a lot of pool owners would say no. Well, it's like one of those little. Well, if the boat was big enough to like maybe sit 4 people, if they were like small people, like a little fishing boat, something you take to go, by yourself. Maybe not quite a kayak, but like a boat, not a yacht, but a boat, like a little fishing boat, like one of those little aluminum things you can buy at Walmart for like 199.99. I don't even know if you can buy a boat at Walmart. You probably can. Would it surprise me? No. If I have a lake, I'm gonna kind of have to have a boat because I can't swim. So yeah, go figure that. I like fish, can't swim. Who knew? I like to look at the water and say, "Hi, water. I'm not going inside of you. I'll shower. Thank you." That's as close as we get to big bodies of water. A shower. I swear, I just vacuumed their gravel and they managed to like it's like I vacuumed the gravel yesterday and then I come out and like they're pushing everything out from all the little cracks and crevices and they're like, haha, you missed this. And I'm like, that's not even funny, y'all. Y'all could have done that while I was vacuuming. I was like, that just means I have to do it again. And y'all get mad when I do water changes. Y'all sit there and look at me and kind of glare and like, why'd you take our little Heidi stash of the food? We should probably pull up Walmart.com and see if you can buy a kayak there. You know what? I'm kind of tempted to do it. I'm kind of tempted to do it. Oh, nope, wrong thing. All right, let me pull the stream out over here so I can actually watch what I'm doing. I forget I can do this kind of stuff and keep an eye on the stream. The magic of computers now that I didn't realize, was a thing. Because I am so tech unsavvy. There we go. There we go. Hey, it's Ninja Cat Ninja. Okay, so let's go to Walmart.com, which I'm still kind of not very happy with Walmart right now, so we won't talk about that. Oh, like here they can, yeah, we're just not going to talk about that. Well, isn't that where the Everglades are in Florida? I mean, if you're not in Florida, where are you? Or are you playing a video game? Like, like, did you actually go on vacation or no? And if you didn't go on vacation, why didn't you? I don't know if it's warm there because it's not warm anywhere right now, but you know, where did the Loach go? Oh, and I found out that Loaches wink like Corys. Who knew? I didn't. Probably everyone who's ever had a Loach before. This is my first Loach, guys. So there are a lot of fish I haven't had. I know I don't want or no barbs. The last time I had barbs, they nipped all the fins off the fish I had because they were temperamental. Um, I've had tetras, but I never had luck keeping them alive. But now I know why I probably didn't have luck keeping them alive. So I'd like to get tetras again, like a whole school of them. Maybe Columbia tetras. I think those are the ones I was thinking of. Neons, whole group of them. Like to get those again. Barb's not a fan though. Was never a fan of the barbs. I had a Jack Dempsey once. Didn't know I had a Jack Dempsey. Yeah, you might be right, Garth. You might be right. Um, but yeah, um, there's just a lot of fish I didn't have. That I've had in the past, like when I was a kid, but I would like to have them again. Danios have a lot of energy. Yeah, I think if I had the right setup for barbs, it might be fun. And not mixing them with a bunch of like long fin guppies that they're gonna eat. Yeah, that might be true too, Darth. I did keep a goldfish alive for 7 years. Okay, technically I only had him for 3. He lived with 4 with a friend of mine who had a much bigger tank because goldfish get big, and yeah, I've had a bunch of common plecos that I've also rehomed because who knew? Walmart says, "Hey, algae eater, pleco, buy it." You do. Don't buy fish at Walmart. I have found I do too. The Corys are real fun when they start getting together and like swimming together. And yeah, my little group of Corys is quite fun to watch do that. Okay, let's go to Walmart. Let's see how much a boat is. Walmart. Because I'm pretty sure you can also buy one on Amazon. Amazon, you can buy everything, even stuff you probably shouldn't buy. um, well, I don't actually know what happened to him, but I know he was alive for 7 years. I don't know what happened after 7 years. And I can't ask the guy because the guy that took him, is no longer with us. So goldfish probably are immortal. And when I say he's no longer with us, he moved to another state, so I don't know how to get a hold of it. Boat. Can you buy a boat? You can buy a boat on Walmart, and I'm not talking a toy boat. Fishing boat, B1 pontoon boat float with 3 foldable seats, $1,999. Pro Marine 8.94-foot inflatable fishing boat set for kids and adults, 216. You can get an RC boat for 18.99. PVC boat for 54.94. Oh, it's inflatable. Catamaran 2 to 4 person inflatable boat for $3,500. Yeah, nope. Walmart, you keep your boats. That's all I have to say. If I buy the house with the pond, uh, then yes, I will get a boat. And when I say pond, I mean baby lake pond boat thing. Yeah. So probably no time in the next 5 years, but we'll see how things go. Man, yesterday y'all were being all little camera, hounds, and today y'all are like, you fed us bloodworms, we're good. We got our food, so we're out. I really do want to get that pogo statement in a pot today because the flag cichlids have been like swimming through it. Mhm. Um, I don't know if they have the Gary Scott bass boats. I don't know exactly what that is. This guy is getting to be this little guy right here. He is very temperamental. He's like a teenager with a chip on his shoulder. And I think I have to go back and find the video of the last time the angels laid eggs. But when I start moving fish today, because I'm going to move some fish around, um, I'm going to find the other one. I think, if I'm not wrong, it is this guy here and this one here. Those two are staying, the other two are going, and we're going to see what happens with that. If they can actually spawn. If they don't, I think I'm going to put angels on the back burner for a while and try again later. But we're going to give it one last go and see what we can figure out here. Morning, Brenton. Who won the race this morning? I bet it was little one. Little one. Little one's faster. That could go real wrong. Oh, okay. If you want to talk about building your own pontoon boat, there is a channel called Camping with Steve. Guy's name is Steve Wallace. He's Canadian. Um, but him and his neighbor used to every year they built first they built this little boat out of drums and like a tent, and they took it down the river for 4 days, and every year the boat got better and better, and finally they made like a um oh no, she hasn't got up yet. Well, I'm rooting for her. Come on, little one, beat dad. But yeah, he used to build Steve Wallace, Camping with Steve. He built a boat. And he also does a lot of stealth camping. He camped in a roundabout. I could put some holes in that polystyrene. I could shred it in little bits and then make a nest with it. Yeah, I okay. So I started the stream this morning at 6:10. It is now 6:38, and the sun is starting to come up. So yeah, I'm gonna have to start streaming it probably a little earlier. That, or we're gonna have to figure out how to block this window. I kind of want to block the window anyway, so we're gonna figure out how to do that. Hey, Jody, that's kind of my fault. I meant to set up the stream last night, and okay, I have a confession to make. Wednesdays are usually a night I play video games, and I was up late playing video games. It's a new game, Halia, on Steam. So yeah, I stayed up late trying to play a new game. Ended up spending 3 hours longer on it than I meant to. I was like, wow, it's midnight and I should have been asleep 2 hours ago. So yeah, yeah, that's y'all are real lucky. Mr. Mouse got up this morning and he was like, "You gonna stream? You want me to leave the coffee on?" And I was like, "No, I think I'm just gonna." And I was like, "No, leave the coffee on." So I was like, "No, I said I was gonna be here. Darn it, I'm gonna be here." But and then, oh man, okay, so okay, honestly, I didn't know for a while that I could actually play video games again. And it's been a long time since I played any of the Black Ops games. Okay. I used to enjoy video games a lot. And then I started getting migraines. And it got so bad that I could watch someone play video games, but I couldn't play them because for some reason the combination of watching it plus the hand eye coordination just like head migraine horrible. It was just not worth it. So yeah, for a long time I watched video games. I didn't actually play them again. And the last 3 months I've started like dipping my toe back into the video game, pool. And I actually own three of my own video games now. I have the same problem. My fingers don't like to type. See, like I'm gonna have to build up to that. And when I get there, I promise I will play Black Ops with you. Hey, Mr. Mouse. I also haven't played Mortal Kombat with this guy in a long time, but he says I cheat. So, that guy right there, um, yeah, he says I cheat, and I probably do. I am playing on my new PC. Well, it's not new. I mean, it's new to me. It's a year, but I didn't know this thing could play video games. Like I had an idea it could, and so we have a PlayStation 4. I kind of want to get Mr. Mouse a PlayStation 5, but there is the problem of the cost of a PlayStation 5, and he's like, I can't justify that, and you know, I don't know. I One of the kiddos has played some video games on it because that's how I found out like it could. Oh, yes, you know what, Branton? Enjoy them while they're little. My baby is 19 now, and they're like, we want to get our own place, and I'm like, no, you don't. You really don't have to. You can stay here forever. One left and went to Florida, and one left and went to Colorado. So this is the only one I have left. And I'm like, you know what? Okay, I've always been a PlayStation fan. I owned an Xbox one time, and within 6 months, it was doing that red ring of death thing, and I was like, "That's not cool." And I don't know, it just rubbed me wrong. And then, like, I had to send it in, and they had to send me one back. It was just too much headache, and I've never had that happen with a PlayStation. So I mean, to be fair, my PlayStation 2 still runs. So they don't, but they do. Mr. Mouse wouldn't let me have like 9 kids like I wanted, so I just keep borrowing kids from my friends or, grabbing them off the street. I don't have a white van, I promise. No, I need to stop joking about that. But yeah, so I did borrow 2 little ones, and yeah, even they're growing up now, and I'm kind of sad about that. Like, could y'all please stop growing up? Now, a good PC setup, I could see that being a good thing, but you know, I am seeing how it can all be personal preference. Man, y'all really could have kicked all that stuff out when I was vacuuming this tank yesterday. See how good the front looks? I mean, that front, like I vacuumed the heck out of that front. I just kind of forgot to vacuum the back of the tank. So yeah, that's where I messed up. I am a grand mountain at this point. I am a 46-year-old grand mountain. Oh, my granddaughter turns 9, 9 this year. Oh my God, 9 in December. Oh man, even my grandbaby is getting old. My great niece is about to be 11, 11, I think. Oh man, now I'm really feeling old. You know what? I kind of got a side on Branton with that one on the controller being bulky. Um, I have very small hands. Like I have teeny tiny. I have baby. You know those little plastic hands that you see people like use it on their fingers? Yeah, I am that. Like my hands are tiny. I haven't played Sackboy, but I would try it. It's now that I found out I can play video games again though, I've kind of been enjoying that. Um so it's been a nice second like, kind of thing. Yes, I have small mouths and paws. Like, okay, if you know like the relative size of these guys right here, I mean, like that whole rock like is kind of big in my hand. This one right here. Like I know like the water and the camera, but holding that like that's big in my hand. That's a lot bigger than it looks. I do have the tiny hands from the McDonald's commercial. I mean, I'm only like 4'7". I'm short. I'm little. Why? You know why I married a 6'4" guy? Because I needed someone who could reach the top shelf. And it helps that it's Mr. Mousy, so I love him. But I needed someone who could reach the tall stuff, and he checked all the boxes. And and if your hands are too small, you can't play the guitar. Like I tried, it was not fun. I could play a 4-string bass, that I could do, but I am a mouse. I really am a mouse. Put me, oh, and if you put me in a room with a lot of people, I will, yeah, like I will scurry away. I'll be like, no, this is too many people. So until I'm comfortable, and then, because once a mouse is comfortable in their surroundings, then they're like, wee, I'm going to jump off this top of this curtain onto you. You know, I am a mouse. Oh, and like, yeah, I just can't. Hey, Sean, good to see you. Oh, but yeah, there's a reason why Mr. Mouse gave me the nickname that he. See, That's how I got started getting called Mouse, was because he nicknamed me Mouse, and then it went to Mouse Mousy, and yeah. So I really am a mouse. Like, ooh, I have a feeling someone is about to get pounced on over there, because that guy is sneaking out of the little hole in the side of the rock. He's like a little shark. Doo 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 doo. Where are they at? I'm gonna get them. Oh, and so in about an hour, I'm gonna go knock on the kid's door. Be like, hey y'all, guess what we're doing today? Oh, so what Jody just said. This is this is kind of my dad was the big bone one, and my mom was the short one. So yeah, we have some interesting genetics going on here. Now I'm a flying mouse. I'm I'm gonna. I just need to find some flying fish. Get some little flying mechanical fish that are solar powered. Solar powered flying fish or electric. None of those gas ones. Also, I think sometimes these music teachers just don't. I don't know. It's not that they don't want to put the time into it, but they kind of judge how much someone wants or doesn't want. I don't know what I'm saying here, but sometimes I think they don't give the person a chance to even try. That's where we're going with that. They're like, you know what, you just don't have the right hands for it. Well, at least let me try and let me figure that out on my own. I was never good with instruments though. Now I have to go look up African butterfly fish. Let me get these challenges. Let me get these challenges you know, conquered first. Get the little flag cichlids breeding. Eventually get the angelfish. they might they might fly if I throw. I'm not gonna throw my fish. I would never do that. Yesterday I made a post and I found some fish that I would actually consider attempting a saltwater tank for. Except I don't know how much they are, and I'll probably never be able to actually own them because I think they are probably Japanese. And so y'all know how that goes. Like you have to import them, and that's kind of hard to do. Yes, that exactly that. What Liam just said. And see, okay, like I do enjoy being like alone by myself most of the time, right? And so like I could stay in, I could go out, either or. But I do tend to like to be in by myself with my own thoughts more. So like I think if I had attempted to learn the piano, I might have gotten somewhere with the piano. But anything else, well, actually, hang on. Let me find it. I'm not gonna play the whole video because the last time I did that, I played the angry hamster video. My live stream got straight. Um, let me find the post I made. But it's the Japanese. I think it's the Japanese lumpfish. Oh, let's go back one. Pause that guy. Nope. Go back again. That is not the video I wanted. Lumpfish. Oh, apparently there are lumpfish aquariums. Can I turn the volume off? Okay. um, but yeah, baby lumpfish. I don't know how big they get, but I really, 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 really would do a saltwater tank for one of these guys. Let's see if I can share the page real quick. I smushed everything down, so is that it? There it is. Share screen. There we go. See, look at this little guy here. Oh, that's the comments. Don't look at the comments. Oh, you can't. Oh, I hate when they do that. Let's see if I can expand the thingy. There we go. There we go. There we go. Now look at that little guy. Look at his little face. Isn't he adorable? He doesn't even have a little butt. He's got no butt. But look at that personality. He's like so adorable. One of those. One of those guys. Yeah, classical guitar is like anyone that takes on learning that, that's some time and patience and effort right there. Liam like is really good at it. I don't think he knows how good he is at it, but he is actually kind of he's really good at it. I would also have a saltwater swimming pool. Yeah, no, clownfish as clownfish are funny and like like usually you have an enemy with them and like they play in it, but I would much rather have an oddball. If I'm gonna invest that kind of money, I am I'm yeah, I'm gonna get the one that I really want. Maybe some corals. There is one thing about salt water. It is corrosive. That I did learn. Salt water, yeah. Put the wrong thing in it and it's gonna crack. It's gonna break. It's gonna be a pain. All right, y'all. I actually made it close to an hour today. Woohoo! But I am going to shut this down because the sun is starting to come through my window and we are going to start getting glare, and that sucks. So I'm going to try to find some blackout curtains today and get those ordered for in here. And yeah, I'm also trying to well, I'm going to try to convince Mr. Mousy to let me set up a rack in the bathroom to breed the rice fish because I found a setup that uses like one of those little the metal racks and shoebox totes because rice fish don't need a lot of water and a lot of flow. So I'm gonna see if I can do that. If I, you know what, if I could make the Webby tank, I would make the Webby tank. Sea dragons are also kind of cool too. Y'all have a good day. I will see y'all tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow morning because yeah, getting up early is gonna be a thing now. But yeah, I will. I will be back tomorrow. Hopefully, I will have more done. Getting there. I'm getting there, y'all. But yeah, catching up, getting the stuff done. Yeah. All right, bye, y'all. See you later.